Spider tour to Canada in mid-August. In fact, Duran Duran are going to be on the bill with Bowie. It's going to be a sensational concert. Well, the Glass Spider Tour has been gaining a lot of critics' choices as to one of the hot shows of the year. Our own Laurie Brown was over in Europe last week, and in fact, last Friday, July the 3rd, Laurie Brown went over to Paris to speak to David Bowie. Now, that's not a bad gig, eh? So there was Bowie. He was playing just outside Paris at the Parc de la Courneuve. The Cult was the opening act. But, of course, Laurie featured in on our own David Bowie. Big heartthrob here for Laurie Brown. You know, she's really into Bowie. So she got some great footage of the Glass Spider Tour. So here you go. This is what you will see, hopefully, in August in Canada.
I wanted to find a balance between my song lyrics and what I could do with symbolism visually. And also I wanted to get a feeling of fragmentation on stage. So there were maybe 3 or 4 things happening at the same time that really your eye had to move all the time and didn't quite take in everything. Because if you looked over there, you'd be missing that. So you look over there and you'd miss that. I like that kind of, because that's how life seems to me.
Just before David played that Paris date, he attended a celebrity auction that took place in London, England, and it was a fundraiser for musical therapy for mentally and physically handicapped children. And David was the star bidder in an audience of stars, and in fact, he bid $20,000 for a guitar once owned by the Everly Brothers.
Frantically to their mother, but the glass spider would have long gone, having known that they would survive somehow long ago. Oh, she had blue eyes, almost like a beauty. They shed tears in the winter turn.
It's a daunting prospect trying to do something in a stadium that has any real theatrical merit, apart from doing epic theatre with huge big heads or something, and using many stages and using like a cast of thousands. But I think with the advent of the video screen, that really helps a lot. You can always, because a lot of people do depend on the video screens. It's now sort of the tradition with stadium concerts that you expect to see most of the show on the screen. And rather than just have the singer up there sort of looking pretty for half the show, or not looking pretty, whichever the case, I thought it was a better idea to try and create a show for television as well as what's on stage. So we photographed it in a very sort of television way. We use 4 or 5 cameras, and we shoot from the back and the fly and the front. And it makes an interesting thing. What were you saying? Yeah, the technological aspects can take over. I think they do take over in a lot of rock band shows, because I don't think they quite know what to do on stage. So they'll do it with lights instead. I don't think we've fallen into that trap on this show, although there is an awful lot of... well, the spider thing itself lights up and does things, I suppose. I don't know, I never see any of it. But the lighting on stage is more ambient lighting rather than sort of Nuremberg rally flood-lit things. What Alan and I tried to do was, Alan Branton, he's the lighting guy, is light just areas of the stage so that it was asymmetrical. I didn't want a symmetrical stage.
Interesting comments there from David Bowie on stadium rock and the use of video in stadium rock. On Saturday...